Welcome back to All the Things Real. I'm Mel and I'm your host, and I like to keep things real. So I dive deep into the real lives of the real stories of people in the East Valley and beyond. We are looking for people that are in residential real estate, commercial developments, entrepreneurship, mental health, interior design. We are just designing our lives, and no topic is going to be too real. Follow me, Melissa. I'm a native of Arizona. We're going to keep it real. Hi, guys. Welcome back to All the Things Real. I'm here with my great friends now. All the accents are going to come out.
Oh, sweet.
TJ and Scott, they are business partners with some amazing concepts.
Yes.
Multiple. Okay, English isn't my. You're gonna learn quickly. And we want to dive in and figure out all the ins and outs of running your own businesses, how to create these amazing concepts, and what we can learn and not learn from their mistakes and all of their like positive things that they have learned through. Like, they have so many cool concepts now and are growing and growing, and I'm excited to talk about all the things coming. So I'll let you guys also introduce yourselves to the people and give us a little background. TJ, go ahead. TJ Tilman.
Tilman, yes. I feel like we're more like life partners now than business partners with everything we've been through. But so I'm TJ Tilman, and Scott and I go back probably 15 years or so. Our wives used to work together at a mortgage company, and
That's how you met.
Yeah.
Okay.
We met up at some offsite event they were doing in Pine Top.
Yep.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Were you golfing?
No, actually, I wasn't really
wish,
into golfing. He keeps trying to get me to, but I'm terrible at it. But Scott thought I hated him at first, but I thought
Everyone
he
hates me at
was
first.
really cool. Yeah, he's an acquired taste, but like I was vibing with him from the beginning. So
Okay.
yeah.
You thought he hated you, or he thought?
No, I thought he hated
thought
me.
I hated
I
him.
think everybody hates
Do
me.
you think everyone hates
Yes.
you? Well, that's just
When we first met, you hated me too.
that's just
so.
because of you. But
That's
you
just
hated
because
me.
of how you are. It's because
Yeah,
of
that's
your
just who
essence.
you are. That's just because
That's
of your.
ridiculous.
That's because of your resting bitch face.
Hey, I need to weed out the ones that aren't important. So.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
for you, we'll get into that whole bucket.
Well, this
there.
is why we have drinks.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
make sure we're sufficiently
And the
inebriated
best
to do
part,
this.
the best part was the fact that when he first met it, like you just started drinking too, right? It was
Yeah,
that was
Oh.
like
pretty
the first like,
recently.
Really?
Pretty recently, yeah. I grew up Mormon, and so there wasn't a lot of drinking.
That's a whole other podcast.
Oh yeah.
Drink to
Yeah.
that.
Hey,
Cheers.
cheers. Oh, what a nice clink.
They are drinking from my fine china today.
It's really heavy.
Some pickle.
It is.
I keep saying pickled juice.
Pickle vodka.
Pickle vodka.
Yeah.
But did you grow up in Arizona?
Yeah, mostly. I was born in Japan. My dad was in the Air Force, and then we moved to North Dakota,
was born in
Oregon,
Japan.
and then grew up in Sierra Vista in southern Arizona.
That's because of like Army, Air Force.
Air Force. Yeah,
Okay.
he was in the Air Force, and then there was a military base down in Sierra Vista that
You grew up Mormon in Sierra Vista.
I did. Yeah. And so then I left, and I was a missionary in New York for a couple of years. Then I came back.
No way.
Got married, and we've been in the Valley like 21 years now.
Wow. I feel like I need to literally stop everything right now and be like, Scott, we'll get to you in an hour.
Dude, I'm boring. I'm boring. He's all like worldwide.
No,
He's
it's just,
worldwide
well,
over here.
I haven't got anywhere.
for
like
anyone that
25
has
years.
like, I just interviewed your wife and, I shared there that like I hang out and I'm friends with Christina Moore. And so I'm getting to know, even though I feel like this guy I could learn a lot about still. But I'm learning, I don't really know you as well,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
okay, we'll have part 2 and part 3
I'll bring my
of
therapist in, and we can really dig into it. Yeah.
yes, that's my favorite. Okay, so Sierra Vista, which I went to for the first time this summer.
Did
through
it suck as much
baseball.
as I remember it?
I mean, I actually thought
It is a shithole.
It's like,
Well-
why did anybody go there, right?
Yeah, no.
There had to be a reason you
You can
went
go to
there.
like
for
Bisbee.
baseball,
Bisbee's cool.
for my son was in All Stars,
Oh,
and we
okay.
literally had to drive there every day.
Oh, that's literally my
But
personal
I was like,
nightmare.
it is beautiful. Like
It is.
driving from Tucson to there, like I was like, this is like, what is this? Is there wine country? Is it the valleys and like the hills?
Yeah.
And it was the summer, so like our monsoon season. it was beautiful storms
Yeah.
with, like, I thought it was
No,
awesome.
there are some amazing
There were
things about
shithole,
it.
like our first night that we went to
Yeah.
somewhere to eat and drink. We
Sure.
were like, that was the worst $100. And we were
Oh.
like, why was it $100?
The scenery is incredible. Like beautiful mountain
Yeah.
views, amazing weather. The monsoon rolls in like every day.
Yeah.
You know, in the summertime,
The weather was amazing. And we were
Yeah.
just like, one day we got canceled. So we went to, oh crap, the historic city next door.
Oh, Bisbee.
Bisbee.
Yeah, Bisbee's great.
It was my first
Bisbee's super
time.
cool. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
Bisbee's
gosh.
great. Yeah.
Anyone, you guys have to go to Bisbee, but like I would say go to Sierra Vista. We found a really good brewery there.
Should check it off your list.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What brewery did you find?
It's is it Tucson?
Tucson Brewery. in
It's
Sierra?
it's a local one.
Like not Tombstone, right?
Tombstone.
It was Tombstone.
Oh, and
okay.
See
Oh,
the
okay,
words,
okay.
the T.
Yeah, Tombstone's great too.
Yeah, it was
Tombstone's
Tombstone
cool.
Brewery. It was awesome. They were packed. The food was
Okay.
phenomenal. Try the Reuben. I loved it.
I love good Reuben.
Their fish. What's that called? Like the fish.
Fish and chips?
Fish and
Oh,
chips.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, listen,
You-
I'm
like,
all
one
new
of
to
our
brewery.
best friends has a fucking Pete's. And you're like, what is it? Pete's fish and sides? Fish and sides?
But I
don't know what it's
also
called.
never ate that. I never like that's a whole other conversation too. I
Yeah.
never ate that.
I
growing
still
up.
don't eat it. I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah,
get
but their
it.
fish and chips, like the good
Okay.
food. So then we went to Bisbee, and that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like touring around in the weather.
Bisbee was awesome.
during summer. It was great.
Yeah, it
It's a
feels like
place
you're trying
you-
to convince me to go back down to Sierra Vista. And it's not going to happen.
Okay.
Go to Bisbee all
Well,
day.
I'm
Yeah.
talking to everyone else. Where your therapist
Don't
is going
do
to
it.
have to do that.
Yeah, don't
talking
do it.
about. Don't maybe live in Sierra Vista.
Don't even go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a no for me, dog.
Passing
Yeah.
through.
It's a beautiful scenery to drive through.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Okay.
True.
Okay. So we're going back. We are now. How did you end up over here, like Gilbert, East Valley area?
So we moved up here. So like when you grow up in Sierra Vista, usually you'll escape to either like Eastern Arizona College in Thatcher,
Okay.
which I did for
Okay.
a semester because well, we won't get into that,
That's what
but
you do.
I went there for a semester.
Okay.
Or you come up to the valley.
Okay.
Some people go to Tucson. But to me, Tucson was like a big Sierra Vista to me, and so like I wanted
Oh,
to
really?
get away from there. And I think living in New York for a couple of years, I needed like a bigger metropolitan area, like to kind of satisfy that vibe, you know. And so we ended up in renting an apartment in Phoenix for like 6 months, and then in Mesa, just over here on Elma School and 8th Ave. And we were there for like 10 months, and after like the 5th time the SWAT team was there, we were like, you know what, maybe we move somewhere else. So we went to Gilbert.
Okay.
And we've been in Gilbert for like 20 plus years now. Like we've
Yeah.
been very involved down there. I ran for town council down there like 12 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've opened a lot of our businesses started down there, and we love the area, and so we're kind of excited to get back to doing business in the Gilbert area too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then Scott, you grew up in Gilbert?
Arizona. Like I was born in Utah, but it was like 3 years. Like,
course.
That doesn't even matter.
Doesn't even count.
No. But yeah, I grew up in Mesa. I went to Fiesta Mall all the time, went to Dobson High School. I came down, I bought my first car, a Brown & Brown Chevrolet, which was across the street from Level 1.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that was in 97.
Yeah.
So I've seen, this valley grow
Right.
and get hit and grow and
Yeah.
get hit. And so, yeah, this is
He's
where
like an
I
OG
always live.
Mesa-
Yeah.
This
Mesa
is
Knight?
this is my
Masonian?
place.
A native?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What they call them Gilbertonians. I don't know what they call them for Mesa though.
Because Gilbert, are there Gilbertonians unless you were?
That
I
was
think
a county.
if you live in Gilbert
Now-
proper or Mesa proper, or
Okay.
whatever they call it, but
Yeah.
I don't know what Mesa is called. Masononian.
We
call it
just-
Masononian.
I've always
Whatever.
just referred like I'm a native.
Yeah, I've been here forever.
Are you from Mesa? Mm-hmm. Oh wow, okay. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lehigh.
Oh dang, okay.
I know.
out
You want to
Lehigh.
be there. Don't lie. You want all the land.
That's funny.
It's up and coming now.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Oh, you're done with that pickle juice.
Done.
Okay, good.
We're on for good enough.
Okay, so then you guys fast forward. You're Masonian. We're not talking about where you're from, and your wife start working together. How the hell? At what point? Like, what were you two specifically doing work wise, and why? How did it come together?
Before we started Level 1,
Yeah, level 1 was the first concept.
that was the first
Okay.
concept. Yeah, like he was a wealth management. He was doing
Investment
like
advice,
really
financial
really
planning.
important stuff. I owned, I still do, a marketing agency. So
Yeah.
I just was
Marketing?
doing marketing and stuff
Okay.
forever. And we just were like, because his brother went to Colorado, went to One Up, and he was like, "Oh, we were looking at opening
One Up's an arcade bar in Colorado.
It's an arcade bar in
Oh,
Colorado.
okay.
So his brother went up there, and we were all just hanging out at his pool for his birthday, and like, hey, we've been thinking about opening an arcade bar. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, I have like 40 of these machines
I
in
totally
my fucking
forgot.
house.
Yeah, I totally
You
forgot.
do?
I do. My
That-
whole
did.
house is riddled with them. And my
Well, and his
garage-
wife was like dying to get them out of
Yeah,
there.
Christina was
of
like,
course. I know.
please
Oh my
open an
God.
arcade
Yeah.
bar.
No
Get these out of the
wonder.
house. So, but like, I would just buy
You
and
literally
restore them.
collected those for your house?
I collected
Yeah.
them for, I've
Oh,
been collecting
yeah.
for like 30
Oh,
years.
He's like a way bigger nerd than he comes
And
across.
restoring,
Yeah.
I restored them to like brand new. I mean, every nut bolt,
Wow.
everything was brand new. And I was like, why didn't you tell me you guys are looking at opening an arcade bar? Like,
Yeah.
I have the machines. Let's
Yeah.
just do
Yeah.
this. He's like, really? I'm like, what do we got to fucking lose, right?
Yeah, for sure.
If it fails, go back to marketing or go back to do whatever. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's just do it.
Yeah.
And there was a spot that there was that gap in downtown Gilbert because we knew we wanted to be in a downtown.
What year
It
was
had
that?
to
Well, we
be-
wanted it to be in downtown.
we wanted
Yeah.
to be downtown
Okay.
because
For
we
sure.
I lived
Right.
right down the street from it.
What
We
year
wanted to
was
make
that?
sure that was 2019.
2019. And so we but it has to be in downtown.
Okay.
It has to be it can't be on the
Yeah.
outskirts or whatever.
You felt like there was a need there too.
There was nothing to
Yeah,
do.
so like we had like throughout I was running my advisory firm, and throughout the course of that, we had started a couple other businesses. So we had started like an escape room just south of downtown Gilbert, and we did pretty well with that. And I think like one of the catalyst for us putting that down there was because there was so much to like eat and drink in downtown Gilbert, but nothing to really do.
Yeah.
And so that's why we did the escape room, and that did pretty well. And then I ended up selling my advisory practice and wasn't sure what we were going to do next.
Yeah.
And so when we linked up and decided to open the arcade bar, that seemed like the perfect spot because it was the same kind of idea and methodology, but putting that down there as it was for the escape room. And so
Okay.
we're like tons to eat and drink, nothing to do.
Yeah.
It's super popular, and we wanted a can't miss spot. Like
Yeah.
we didn't want to invest our time and money into something that we thought even had a chance of not being successful.
Okay. That's awesome. But then, so how do you start? Like you're just looking first the
Get
place
drunk
and
first
then
of all.
figure it out. Well,
No, you get drunk first of all.
So we met in my we met in my conference room because I think I was under contract
Yeah,
to sell my
you were
practice,
still
but I
there.
still had my office, and so
and you were
we-
just starting to drink alcohol.
we were a couple years in
He
now at
was
that
in a
point.
little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Okay.
So we ordered a pizza and we had a bottle of bourbon, which was gone by the time we were done with this thing.
Oh my
God.
And we had the whiteboard. Like I whiteboard everything. Like
Yeah.
every idea I have, it's going on a whiteboard.
I got a
So-
whiteboard that I changed behind
Yeah.
over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right. So we're scrawling all over this whiteboard. Different games we want to come up with, how it's going to be cool, where we want to go, all that kind of thing. And then we found a spot in downtown Gilbert where there was a place called Grub Stack that had opened up, and then Even Stevens was right next door. And for whatever reason, they didn't end up staying there. And so I think the moment that they showed that was vacant, we called in and said, hey, and it can be really difficult to let somebody in a prime space or have somebody in a prime space like that let you come in with a totally unproven concept. So we definitely felt fortunate to be able to execute our project in that spot.
Right.
And like there's we're planning the whole thing. We've put hundreds of thousands into it. We feel really good about it, but we have no idea whether it's going to work or not, right?
Right.
And so, I don't want to speak for Scott, but if he was anything like me, you've got like you're feeling good throughout the day, and then like 9 o'clock hits, 10 o'clock hits, you're getting ready to go to bed, and you're like, what the fuck are we doing? like I have no idea if this is going to work or not.
Yeah.
Until you open it up.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of sleepless nights. It was a lot of hard work. Like
It was a lot of
Oh, we
work,
were
yeah.
in there
I
like
mean-
doing a lot of the work ourselves.
Physically.
Yeah,
because
Yeah.
we're trying to save money. Like we're trying
Right.
to open this
Yeah.
as little cost as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had to do. We
we
literally
were
tore
grouting
all the tile
at
up
3
all
a.m. trying to
day.
hit deadlines, and
Right.
it was wild.
Because we needed to be open before the end of the year, so we're like, we have a date we have to meet.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
we were pushing the contractors. We were in there painting
Okay.
and laying tile, doing
Did
everything
you
we could.
say a year?
No, we opened that place in 4 months.
Oh wow. And when you got the keys, did you have everything laid out? Like you knew what you had to do in those 4 months?
Yeah, because we had an
Most
architect like draw out the plans
Yeah.
and everything like
Okay.
that, and so we had a contractor that came in and did a lot of the work, but there was a lot more of it, like tearing up the tile. Like we bought the
Right.
machine to tear up the tile and
Yeah.
get it all in the dumpster, and then tiling the grout or tiling and
working with the
grouting in the
city.
bathroom.
This
Working
town
with
was
the town.
the town of Gilbert was.
They were pretty
They
chill.
were
Okay.
they were by far the best ones we've worked with. It was
Yeah.
pretty chill
For sure.
because
What
it was already we didn't have to do a whole lot to the place. We had to build the bathrooms out and build a bar. And that was
Okay.
it. The kitchen was already
Yeah.
there, and we had to do like the aesthetic stuff. And
But
the
you're in
games are-
2019. Where were you in 2019? Like, is that why the city of Gilbert was also like, hey, we're dying of the zombie apocalypse right now. We don't care what you're doing.
That was before.
No, that was
even
before.
happened.
So COVID hit
Trust
3
me, if we
months
knew
after we
COVID was
opened.
happening, it would have a whole different story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
COVID.
a lot of concepts came from COVID because people are at home and like,
Sure.
What do we got to lose?
No,
Yeah,
we
that
were a
was
rocket
not
ship
on our
out.
radar
Not
at
even
all.
there
There's
wasn't
going to be a
even a
global
whiff of it.
pandemic,
Nothing.
and we'll open it
Okay.
anyway and see
Nope.
how it goes. It was
Okay.
like,
We were like, this is going to kick some serious ass down here,
Yeah.
and it did.
Okay.
well, yeah, that was the thing, right? Like we have no idea how it's going to work out. We get to opening day, we're marketing it, we're putting it on social media. It seemed to be some buzz about it, but we just weren't sure. And then, opening night comes, and from that night for the next 3 months, man, we had an hours long wait to get in down there.
Really?
Like it was like lines
That's
down the street to
awesome.
get. It was amazing.
And are you guys both still did you say you sold your company, or you're both working your other full-time jobs, or no?
No, I had
I
sold
am
mine,
still.
so I kind of went all in on
Okay.
this stuff.
I'm
yeah.
still doing marketing stuff. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's the thing is, but every aspect of the partnerships that we had, everybody had their strong suit that they focused on, like financial money side. So TJ was always focusing on, the leases, the rent, the cost of goods, all these things. And me, I was the game guy, so I fixed all the games, made them all work. But also, like, I lived and breathed in bars for my entire life, so I knew how they ran.
And I knew nothing,
I knew
obviously.
what
Yeah.
sucked about all the bars I went
Right.
to, and how to make it better. And so that's what I instilled there. But also, it was all the marketing. So the logo design, website design, print, every single aspect of all the marketing that all our concepts do is in house. It's all
Right.
us.
Well, and
Okay.
like to Scott's credit, and I've said this a million times, and I'll never stop saying it. Like, me and my brother again were talking about opening this thing up, which we could have done on our own, but it would not have been successful like it is without Scott there. Not only from the game standpoint, because he knows, how to fix them and he could source them and everything, but like some of the his vision for it and
Yeah.
the aesthetic stuff that went into it. From when you walk in, right, and the neon LED glow top bar.
Right.
And the flight boards that are on mini skate decks, like just these things that I never would have thought about that are super compelling,
Yeah.
that people feel compelled to share. And so
Right.
that helped boost our marketing without us even doing anything.
Right.
Because when you see something you've never seen before, you want to be the one to share it with other people.
Right.
And so
Right.
that's a huge thing that
So
Scott brought to the
he's
table.
kind of more of the creative side, would you say?
Yeah, in that
And
sense,
bringing
yeah.
the experience, helping develop that.
Yeah, I think the details, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm creative in a big picture way. He's creative in the details,
Right.
for
right.
sure.
Like, here's an
Okay.
idea, and then pats it to me, and now I find out all
Yeah.
the little things that make it special.
But did you guys know and recognize that in each other beforehand, or was a lot of it figure outable? As you went, you were yeah, you take that.
It came out,
Yeah,
in the build out process. You start
Okay.
to see those
Yeah,
things.
and I
Right.
think after 6 years of working together, obviously that was our first experience.
Right.
Throughout 6 years of working together on that concept and new concepts,
Right.
we've kind of figured out who is really good, what everybody's wheelhouse is in our partnership group between
Right.
he, Scott, myself, and Christina.
Yeah.
Or sorry, he, Christina, myself, and Macy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But your brother didn't end up going in on this.
So they did, yeah. We had my brother and
Okay.
one of my good buddies that came in with us too, and then they ended up getting very busy with other things that they were
Right.
doing in their life, and so Scott and I kind of took over operations and future
Yeah.
growth a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So level 1 is now in downtown Gilbert. How long till you're what's next?
So right now, between the 4 concepts, so we've got Alchemy 48 Speakeasy that we put in the basement of level 1 down here. We've got level 1. We have Outcast Donuts, as you can see right here, and we have Rebel
Delicious.
Wine Lounge. So between the portfolio of concepts, we have 6 new locations under construction right now. So we're moving Outcast Donuts to more of a drive-through model. We will still have some traditional models like we have now that have a full bar, seating, and all that. But for our growth that we kind of want to reach exponentially, we're looking to deploy more drive-through units. And so we have our first one opening up that'll be drive-through only in Scottsdale in
Okay.
about 2 months.
Okay.
That's on Thomas and Hayden. And then we have a project in East Mesa, close to Eastmark. It's in between the 202 and Ellsworth on Elliott. That should be open about this time next year.
Okay.
And then we have a really big project that we're a part of, kind of a vertically integrated live, work, play kind of community similar to Epicenter, that we're putting one of each in there. And I
Okay.
think that's going to be very cool.
All
And,
of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them.
Even
Yeah.
Alchemy.
And
Yes.
then even Phantom.
Yeah,
that's- we got-
Phantom and
Yeah.
Goat and Ram are
Trent
coming
This
with
is the
us.
Gilmore?
That's the
Gilmore.
Gilmore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we signed that lease 3 years
It was
ago. We've
way
been
before
waiting
anything
and waiting
was
for
done.
that.
So, but in 2019, you opened level 1 in Gilbert. But what was the next concept,
It
and
was
how
level
long
1
did
again.
it take between those two?
Maybe
So the next one we
2
opened
years.
up was Outcast. But
Oh, Outcast. That's
yeah,
right,
yeah. So we
But we all came down here. It was all we wanted to go to downtown.
Yeah.
Mesa.
Outcast is the first one was in downtown Mesa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and,
Yeah.
and what alcohol was involved there? You had bourbon for level 1 concept. What was
I
the
would say there's more
development?
weed for Outcast. Yeah,
Okay,
you got to come
okay,
up with a dessert
okay.
menu. You got to lean
Well,
more
you're eating
into
all
the,
those things. You
But
gotta have an appetite.
But where do you know when to make that jump, and like how you guys were like, okay, we know we want to do even more concepts. Like, how does that happen?
So what I always think back on was we ended up winning an award for like the best arcade bar in the Valley from Phoenix New Times in 2022, I believe. And so I think that put us on the map. And I think in our eyes, it gave us more confidence in our ability to come up with, unique and compelling offerings in the food and beverage space. And so my family and I would go to Oceanside pretty regularly during the summer, and we went to a place and tried like croissant donuts for the first time. And so I had this thing, I'm like, oh my God, like so good. And nobody in Arizona was doing them. And so we felt like we might have a first mover's advantage by bringing, cronuts to the Valley here. And so we were kicking around that idea back there, not sure when we'd execute it, but we started building out the level 1 space, which took like 2 years to finish. And in the interim, we found a spot on Main and McDonald that we could put Outcast. And then we signed a right of first refusal because we'd always talked about building a wine bar on the adjacent space. And so we started developing the idea for Outcast, and I took a lot of cues from like what Scott did with Level 1 with our mini donut and mimosa or beer flight boards and just kind of unique and compelling things.
Freaking mini donuts. Are you kidding me?
Oh, perfect size.
Oh my God. And they're like how
They're
they
so
come out
cute.
hot and in a cup, and it's so easy, convenient to fit in your cup holder in a car, and you just pop them in like pills.
They're delicious.
We give them to every guest that comes on the
Oh,
podcast.
nice. Okay.
And bring them, like we went to one of our guests' house and did it, and they were just sat there and they were laughing. They were like, these are like popping pills.
Yeah, right, for real. Yeah.
So good, you guys. They're
So
good.
yeah, I mean, we ended up, getting that award for Level 1. We built out Outcast, and we just this last year won Best Donuts in the Valley. We got an award for that, and then there's an award for Rebel Wine Lounge, top 100 bars in the Valley too. And so
Nice.
I think that even more so like convinced us that we had a really cool
Momentum.
portfolio that we
I think
could
the
grow.
biggest, for me personally, I think the biggest eye-opening event was when the Gilmore came to us.
Yeah.
They came to us and were like, "Hey, we're opening the Gilmore.
like, "You know
This
my
is the
name?"
project."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they said, "We want Level 1 in there." And then we're like, "Cool." We also have Outcast, and they're like, "Cool, we want Outcast in too." And then we're
Well,
like, "Cool." But like it started like that. It was
Yeah,
like
it did.
they
So-
were like they came to us. We didn't have to go approach somebody for the first
and
time
it
ever.
was so weird. Like I was working out in the gym that morning, and I get a call from some random number, which I normally don't answer, but I did. And it was this dude. He's like, "Hey man, my name's Chris. I'm with Thompson Thrift." He's like, we're building this cool project in South Gilbert. We'd love to see Level 1 there. And I kind of blew him off at first because I'm like, man, we have too much going on. We were building out Mesa. We still had downtown Gilbert.
Yeah.
Felt like we'd cannibalize our
You're
own
in the
business. Yeah. And so I'm like, yeah, I appreciate it, man, but I don't think we're interested. And then he called back a few weeks later, and we started talking about it a little more and maybe the opportunity there. And so we were also working on building on Outcast, which wasn't open yet. And like I mentioned earlier, it's difficult to find a really prime spot that'll let you go in with something that has no proof of concept yet.
Right.
And so we kind of leveraged the notoriety of Level 1 to get Outcast in there. And I basically said, hey, look, man, like we'll bring Level 1 there if you let us bring this completely unproven, unopened donut concept in there.
It tastes delicious. I
Yeah,
promise.
and they were like, cool, like let's do
Yeah.
it. So, we were able to kind of leverage that reputation to get our other one in there, which I think is they're all gonna just
They're gonna do
crush
great.
in that
Yeah.
spot. Yeah.
And then Rebel. And
Yeah,
we're
we
like,
ended up
cool,
signing
now
the leases
Rebel
for those
in there,
later,
and then
yeah.
Phantom going in. Like, so it was like,
It's
it was great to
amazing.
see.
Yeah.
I tell we both all the time. We go to we'll sit there and like upstairs at Level 1 and just like when it's packed and you're like
Yeah.
Yeah.
You,
Oh.
you, don't-
Just sit
you still
back
don't
and
even
like,
realize that this isn't even our place. Like it doesn't even register yet that you own
You're
these things
being
like that.
present.
Yeah.
And to be, but like you guys put in all this work and you
Yeah.
guys did all this, and this is your place, but it's still like
Yeah.
6 years later, I still have a hardest time
Oh,
ever
man.
just like acknowledging like what we've done and like
Yeah.
where it's going, and you're just like,
Yeah, and you would just sit back and
You're
it's
like,
four
this is
deep at the
crazy.
bar, and like you created something like out of nothing.
Yeah.
Where people just feel drawn.
Right.
They want to come check it out.
Yeah.
It's such a cool feeling.
How do you do that besides sitting in your own place? Like, what have you learned, like, to take the time and actually like be grounded? And my phone's ringing. Be grounded and like, okay, for me, I'm such a like hands-on person and have a hard time like short-term memory, that it will be a memory that pops up. Thank you, iPhone. And that will be like how I'm like, oh my God, like
Yeah.
that's crazy that this was on my vision board and I didn't even think about
Yeah.
it because
Yeah.
I'm so in the weeds
Sure.
of a business owner. How do is that still a struggle? Is that something that you guys are really good at? Like, what do
I
you
think
do?
it's a struggle, but I think we've all kind of taken opportunities when we're feeling like present and like, hey, like we're feeling like, look what we've done,
Mm-hmm.
to like, take a second and be like, hey, dude, like look out here.
Yeah.
Like we built this.
Yeah.
Like how cool is that,
Right.
right? Like an idea to something that's real and tangible that people really, really vibe with.
Right.
So I think, it happens every so often. It's always
It's just
really
talking
cool.
to each other
Yeah.
and like giving each other
Yeah,
the
reminding
pat on
each
the
other,
back.
right.
And then just the customers, like for me, a lot of times I'll be at level 1. Like I try not to go there as often as I can because
Yeah.
I'm always going to be like
Yeah,
OCD
working.
fixing something, like doing something.
Yeah.
Like where's Scott go? He's like he's like picking up glasses, and like just because I
Yeah.
want it to be perfect all
Right.
the time.
Right.
But it's when customers will be like, hey, do you own this place? You're like, yeah, and then like they'll just sit there and they'll tell you for like 30 minutes of like how amazing this
Oh, yeah.
place is and like how it's like changed their lives or like
Or
saved their lives
Yeah.
because like they don't have a space
Somewhere to
field
go.
where they feel
Right.
safe to go,
Yeah.
or like they can
Like they can be
vibe with
themselves
something.
and yeah.
Yeah.
And so those are the moments you're like, holy hell, like this
Yeah.
isn't just like an arcade bar. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a place where people feel welcome and comfortable and
Yeah.
want to come back.
Yeah.
Right.
And the games, I told them like we get 10 years out of level 1 to be awesome because the games, arcade bar is it's gonna fat out eventually. I'm sure it's a gimmick, right? It's like pool tables or
Or up and
dartboards or whatever it
down.
is.
Sure.
But like we built these businesses, every single one of them, for the service that what you get when you go there, the vibe, how you feel.
Yeah.
Everything around you is this like it's a gimmick. Like we can change it. We could
Yeah.
we could pivot to whatever is hot. If it's VR, if it's like pool tables or
Yeah.
dartboards, whatever it is. But people keep coming back, and we tell our employees they come back for you. They don't come back for me
Right.
or TJ or Christina.
Yeah.
They come back because you guys deliver the service and make them feel welcome and comfortable
Right.
and happy.
Right.
And there'll be
But
people
you
that
guys
just
created this shell of this
Yes.
concept.
Yeah.
and we always
And
built
they
we
are
built
the extension
everything
of
we
you.
built everything with service first. Like
Right.
it always comes down to service. We wanted the Cheers like environment where people feel like you come in, you welcome immediately, they know your name, what you want to drink.
Which is probably like what attracted you somewhat to downtown Mesa. It is so local mom and pops
Yes.
down here.
Yeah.
And downtown Gilbert, it's like
At the time it was,
Yeah,
we felt
yeah.
like that was like a really good spot
Yeah,
for it. But
right.
like, it's a night and day difference.
They got
It's
a lot more
insane.
corporate down
It's-
there. Yeah, and that
it's
was the
way
big
different.
reason like
Right.
we didn't stay is because we wanted to move from kind of behind everything down there to the front.
Yeah.
And they wanted somebody like corporate with like a really big
Like
name
a
to
chain,
come
but-
down there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
it was disappointing because I think part of the coolness of downtown Gilbert was the mix of different
Yeah.
kind of mom and pop
like
stuff.
Joe.
Like
yeah,
Joe's,
exactly.
the
Yeah,
farmhouse,
yeah.
like-
Yeah.
Similar to how it
All
is in
that
downtown
stuff.
Mesa right now.
Right. I know. But I mean, good for them though, like how the success is happening down
Sure.
in downtown
Yeah, yeah.
Gilbert, but to each their own, right?
Yep.
And every downtown is different. I think that you guys could probably fit in though, like in different places like the Gilmore
Sure.
and a downtown Mesa and a Gilbert, because someone like if it's a need from like a kid during the middle of the day, I could take my kid there. To at night when I've had a cocktail with my girlfriends, we can go do the Running Man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
And then
right?
go downstairs for really good cocktails and live jazz music.
Right, right.
That is my favorite of like not no one, but like the hidden secret, I feel like, which is a speakeasy supposed to be, right?
yeah.
I like that concept, probably my most favorite.
It's up there for me too.
Yeah,
I like
that
it a
one
lot.
was
Yeah.
that one. I was like, man, I
It's
love
such-
level 1. And when that place opened, and I was like, holy hell! Like
It's so
I actually
cool.
like something better than level
Yeah,
1.
it's so cool.
And then when
Yeah.
Rebel opened, I was like, holy hell! Like something better than both of those. Like
Yeah.
Rebel was like for me, like if anybody would never have guessed that I thought Rebel was my favorite concept
Yeah.
of all.
Oh
of them.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's just something about it. It's
Rebel
so,
to me is like
it's just so like it's like this essence,
Calming
yeah.
and
yeah,
just
like and my age, the 40s, like it's just a lifestyle, like almost like a brand, like where it's like, yes, this is where I want to go to like meet a client.
Yeah.
This is where I want to meet my girlfriends. This is where I want to go on a date.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is where I could go brunch because it's how my house I would want it to feel. It's how I would want to host. All those things.
I
right?
mean,
For
it
sure.
encompasses every aspect of anything you want to do in a
Yeah,
day.
it's not like too bougie where fine dining, but it's like I can just jump in for Tuesday night dinner last minute maybe, but also make a reservation and make it like
Special.
a little,
Yeah.
a little bit more
Yeah,
special, and because it
absolutely.
is intimate, but it's open and
Yeah.
in a cool. If you watch that podcast, you can see the cool
Oh, yeah,
open
yeah,
brick
It's in there, yeah.
and all the things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Okay, so with the Gilmore in Gilbert, what are your plans? Like, is it a copy and paste situation? How do you do that now that it's like the same concepts, but do you get to change
we're
it up?
hoping to implement some things that we've had ideas about that we haven't been able to do in other locations. So
I think the essence is always,
Outcast will be
essence is always
pretty
gonna be
identical
that,
to what it is right now. But level 1, we would kind of want to raise the bar a little bit with what we're doing there. We're going to incorporate probably some more seating than we have at this new location.
Okay.
We got some other cool ideas, and for the speakeasy.
Seating, like bar seating or like food too?
Food,
or?
Just,
yeah.
in general, just you know, and it's always the problem is like you look at the space, you're like, okay, cool, and then you start putting games in there, and that's
it takes up a lot of
the thing
space.
is the games are so big, you know, they take up so much space that
Yeah.
it's like, where's that fine line of sacrificing the arcade bar feel of the thing versus like people wanting to sit.
Yeah. But we
So
don't
we
want
got
to
really lucky at level 1, like the Mesa location. Gilbert, all we heard all the time is like the place is too small. We have nowhere to sit. It's like, cool. We didn't build this place. Like we just had to grab what we could.
Yeah.
Right.
This one, we got a little more flexibility because we pretty much demolished the whole entire thing and rebuilt it.
And you have levels.
And so now we have multiple levels
Is that how you
with a
came
bunch
up
of
with the
seatings.
name?
No.
Why?
No.
Where did
No.
level 1's name come from?
Well, there were a lot of names that we had on the list. Most of them were taken already.
Yeah.
Level 1 was one we thought was really cool that wasn't taken.
Oh, I guess you're.
But it was
It's
because-
like a game, yeah. Like
Well,
level
because
1.
at first, the main reason it came out was because our first place was going to be the collab. There was a building called the Collab that was right behind Oregano's, and
Yeah,
we were going to take
I
the
remember
full first floor. It was like 4,800 square feet. It was going to be huge. We were back
Yeah.
and forth for months,
Yeah.
literally months
Oh,
with these
man,
guys.
yeah.
And I was like, first level
Yeah,
1, and it's
yeah.
all related to games. And so I was like, cool. So that stuck, and that place fell apart. But anywhere you go, level
Yeah.
1. And then when we're opening the second location, all we heard all the time,
Oh, you should
go
go
to
to
level
level
2.
two. Oh.
It's like, oh, dude, like pump the brakes.
You're like, is there even 2 levels? Or?
Yeah.
But again, even if it wasn't,
Yeah,
it's like, is
yeah.
McDonald's called
It's not a
McDonald's
sequel.
4,453?
Yeah, it's not a sequel.
No, it's not like you just, a brand is a
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah.
And I'm so brand heavy. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Right.
As you can
level
tell
1
from
is
his
a brand. Like,
entire
This guy
outfit.
does not wear anything.
regardless
No,
if
literally.
it's like 18 stories, it's level 1.
Yeah.
So, but I was like, we'll incorporate it. So that's why we called the second story level
Yeah.
2, designed the whole logo for it and everything.
Yeah.
But it was just funny is the fact of like, like we just all day, like just
yeah.
wait.
So you're gonna just like tweak it a little bit and make it its own.
So there's like there's the core things of like, you know, Outcast, like the logos, the boxes, like the decor of
The
it.
brand.
Level 1, the pink bar top, like
Black and
LED
white
bar top.
checkers.
Like there's certain things that
Yeah.
are just going to be staples.
Right.
So when you walk in, you're like, I know where I'm at. But also we want to change it up because I don't want it to be cookie cutter and like
Right.
it's not a franchise. We don't
It's
want it
hard
to be
to
like
be
this thing.
creative and not
Yes.
want to change them.
Yeah, because there's like a formula or like a recipe that we found success with, and so we don't want to diverge from that too much. But we also want to learn and improve from every
Yes.
new
Right.
project that we do,
Right.
and we feel like we could take some cues on some things that we've learned on some of the other projects to implement in the new ones too.
Right.
And then every time we get another location or we get farther in, it's like, okay, we have more funding or we have more available funds to do the little cool things like
Yeah.
an LED wall or like certain things that we really want to do that we couldn't do in the beginning because we're just
Right.
trying to build the thing.
Right.
And we have a couple great, very cool ideas on deck for the Gilmore, so we're
Yes.
excited to make those
can't wait.
Any
happen.
that you can share?
Not yet. No.
It's
No, not
it
yet.
will blow your mind if
Yeah.
if we can figure out the logistics around it. It's going.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
You'll see it everywhere. I almost want to like trademark it or
Yeah,
something.
I was
right.
gonna say, are you
Dude,
like,
it's
is there
it's
a
gonna be
Yeah.
it's gonna be
already?
so legit because
gonna
it
be
works
cool.
so well with the open container area,
Yeah.
like everything about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
I'm
game
excited
changer.
for that, the open container
Yeah.
and being able to. It's like you guys are creating, or they are creating, but you're a part of its own little town.
Yeah, yeah,
Being
for
able
real.
to
Our little
pop-
horseshoe
those are
area
very
Absolutely.
different
is going to be
concepts,
insane
like-
right there.
No,
besides you
we think
guys.
it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we're
love
excited.
that, and it's in Gilbert.
It is. We're
And
excited to
all,
get back
Stomping
there.
ground.
all we hear
Uh-huh.
about all the time was like, when's the next Gilbert location?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
trust me, we're
It's coming.
We're on there.
It's coming.
It's
I
coming.
love that. So, what would be some kind of advice for anyone listening that has this big dream or this itch to start something on their own? What is something you've learned, or what would you suggest? Like maybe you're talking to, I know you guys have grown children. What would
Big
you
difference
suggest?
there, though. Big
Or-
difference between grown children, though. Like, so that, and I think that was one of the things we talked about beforehand was the fact of, so for me and Christina, for example, our children are grown, like they're old.
Yeah.
And so during the build out process for Gilbert was a prime example. Like 2019, our kids are still self-sustained. They can drive, they can feed them, they can do whatever they want. and we were there sometimes 20 hours a day. I mean, never home. But TJ and Macy, like their kids were small. Like you had to feed them. They had to like be there.
Our oldest was 12 at the time.
Yeah,
all
like
the
oldest
things.
kid is 12. Mine are like
gosh.
18 or whatever. Like it's a huge difference. And so the dynamic of your life balance and a work balance, like people don't realize that it's going to absolutely consume you.
Yeah.
Building something, especially if it's a brick and mortar, like really in-depth stuff, it's going to consume you. It's going to consume every minute of your life, your brain, not even just your life, your mental capacity and what you're thinking.
Emotional, mental, physical,
Yes.
all the things, right?
It was so bad opening Gilbert that I like forgot my garage code to my keypad. Like there was days
We were all on
like,
the verge of a mental
I couldn't
breakdown.
even sleep, and I'm like, what? I literally was like looking at the keypad, and I'm like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
It was so bad that I was like, my brain is.
So was
dying.
there anything that you could prevent?
I don't.
You never know what you're gonna get. That's the
I don't know
thing.
that we could have.
Yeah.
Even with this location down here in Mesa, we're like, oh, cool. Like, it was a firehouse, right? They have fire trucks parked in here and this and that. And then we sign the lease, we get into it, and like, oh, yeah, this won't sustain people. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So we need to demolish all the floors, rebuild this whole thing, and raise the whole I mean, it was those moments you're like, what are you talking about?
You know, when you're doing something like what we've done, you can't, like, take half measures. Like, you have to be all the way in, you know? And I think most people who have an idea like that probably recognize that to some degree. And I think that they, you know, are hesitant to begin anything because they want to do it, but they don't know if they can do it. And so there are those people that are out there that I think have, you know, the wherewithal to accomplish it.
Yeah.
But you have to be like all in. Like I'll tell people, you know, like what we've, you know, we've talked about this a lot, like what we've done here, just coming from our normal backgrounds without any wealth or anything like that. It wasn't mission difficult. It was mission impossible. Like, I don't think most people could have gotten through the things that we've gone through to get to this point.
Just not even financial, just like life.
Everything, everything all together.
I mean, full transparency, like I don't give a shit about anything, but like there's been points, like you could attest, like there's been points where like me and him have come to like I would like
I'm sure.
scream at each other.
Boxing
I would walk away, like I couldn't even take it anymore.
Oh, we both did a couple times.
So many times.
We were in Postino one time, and we were out for a nice, you know, night with the girls.
Yeah.
And, you know, we started talking about business, and we both started raising our voices, stood up at the table, everybody's looking at us, and we both just
like,
walked away before. Like, if I had say I have a top 5 list of people I want to punch in the face, right? There's probably 3 people in my life that occupy the top 3 spots and always will.
It's me.
But Scott has been in 4 or 5 several different times. And I'm sure I've been the same for him.
Congratulations that you are on my podcast together, and you're not
we're great friends.
But that's what you have to realize, that like everybody's passionate about everything. And like the only way that any relationship works, business or even friends or wives, is communication. Like be able to talk through it, level-headedly.
Or even it's just like a divorce to me though. Like I've been with a business partner, and you have to know when to let go.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's what we've had those relationships.
Been able to, because you can still punch each other out. I think sometimes maybe that's what.
But it's again, it's like we just know that we both want the same thing. We both want it to
at the end of the
day
day,
so bad.
Right.
And the reason that it got to that point because the stakes are so high. Like we have gambled everything, our entire lives on building this thing. And it's to the point where, like, I've said this to a lot of people, like I'm not like invested in making this happen. I'm obsessed with it. Like, it is going to happen.
It's
like whatever it takes, we will make this work, and we will grow it to what we want it to be.
Right.
And again, when the stakes are that high, like emotions can get involved, and we've gotten, you know, a lot better at just understanding that regardless of what happens, we'll figure it out. And we'll come out better on the other side. But in those moments where you don't see a light at the end of the tunnel, you just want to take it out on everybody else.
Dig our head out of the ground. And it's like there's no one else like there's nobody else that you can take it out on besides each other, because like we're literally this is it. Like
it's like
the buck stops with us.
Like what are we gonna do?
We have to figure it out. There's nobody else that's going to do it for us.
And those are the things where you can never anticipate it. Like I would have never thought my entire life that we would ever get to that point. We were like attached at the hip for years. And to get to the point where like I don't want to see his face anymore. I'm like, what is going on?
Like we just need some space, man. It's like a marital separation, you know, like let's get some space. And then
you get to that point, you're like, Like, how do we fucking get here, man?
But is that one good thing to like look back on, and again taking the moment and be like, I could probably not take this like offensively now
For sure.
because we went through this, and that's why we're gonna keep leveling up.
But now we tell each other, we actually recognize like it's gonna be fucked all the time, no matter what fucking it's gonna be fucked. It's never gonna be
a
perfect.
dumpster fire.
Yeah, there are always gonna be new
always
challenges.
gonna be something that's gonna hit you in the face. But we're getting to the point now. Finally, like I would say, like we finally hit that inflection point of where we can maybe like look back and be like, remember when we had fun?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We would go and take vacations and like do things together and just be friends and have fun, not business partners, not like talk about business all the time.
Right.
But there were so many years in between. I mean, we opened up 4 brand new concepts down here in 10 months. Like that was an insane endeavor. And it took so many years, and it was so challenging to make that happen and keep them going while we work towards building something bigger, that like we couldn't not talk about business all the time when we were around each other. So it didn't matter if we were, in Paso Robles, like to try some wine for the wine bar, or we took a vacation,
that's what
or whatever.
You're gonna talk about.
Yeah, and it was a nightmare, and so we just needed to like, and I think we've had those conversations, at least me and Macy have, like in our own marriage, where like it's just like, hey, look, we need to not talk about business at all right now, right? And we had to do the same thing.
And it always got like, you tell yourself nope, and then like all of a sudden you think of one thing,
like,
or you'll be at a restaurant and like they'll do something like, oh shit,
they're like, no, I can't say it.
Fuck no.
Hold back.
It's like one of those things. Like God, it's all consuming.
It is,
And like if you own a business or building something, it is going to consume you,
right,
in every aspect of your life.
Right.
And you have to be it's far few in between that people can handle that.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why if it was easy, everybody would do it.
Well, and that's why people, a lot of times they'll say, don't get into partnerships with your friends, right? Because it can ruin a friendship. And luckily, we've been fortunate enough to figure it out. And I think at this point, we have enough experience with each other and trust in each other that we know that we will, address any challenges and make things work regardless.
That things might be a shit show, but you're not going to, at the end of the day, like fall apart. Even though you might hate each other that day.
Right.
Like you can keep it going because it's got to keep going.
But we've learned so much. Right? Like we've learned for so much of all what's the pain point? What is causing us all this pain point? And it's always been like, oh, how are we going to fund to build this out or fund this? And then it's like TJ's one day, like, I don't know, you're in the middle of a sleep. You woke up and you're like, why don't I start a fucking venture capital fund?
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
like there's like that kind of stuff where he comes out of like the blue. And it is lifted. I mean, a anvil off of our lives because of like coming up with something.
Well, and that's like down to the back of the basis of why you probably partnered with him and why you partnered with him is because of what you saw, like what you're good at, and what you're good at. And you just got to keep having those reminders probably to yourself too of like, we got this. We're figuring it out. But I get the whole imposter syndrome and all the things.
Sure.
But I mean, from someone on the outside, I'm proud of you guys.
Thank you.
I love seeing your guys' success and where you're going. And everyone needs to visit their concepts. I want to thank you for coming here today.
For sure, thank you.
And we could do 5 million more podcasts, I feel like.
This is
We'll have a cheers.
Scratching the surface.
Just like introducing your names.
We just peeled one layer on
right?
This onion is deep.
Oh yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you again. And we're gonna
cheers.
We're gonna have many more. Cheers.
We should get Tran on one with us. We get a lot of fun.
Oh no. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in to All the Things Real. If today connected with you, can you please share, subscribe, or leave me a review? It means a lot. I'm Melissa, and I'm signing off from the East Valley. In the meantime, let's explore all the things. This podcast was produced by Connor Greenwall, and the music Skyline Funk was by Alexander M. Thomas. I hope to see you guys next week, and I hope you also enjoyed this episode. Bye, guys.